And we've got excellent connection. We are streaming.
Where are you at? I don't have a picture of you.
Well, I'm on here, and it's streaming all three of us.
There it is. There you
are. Good to go. All right, so.
Now Dave's going. What the fuck?
Don't worry about it. I got all three of us. Good evening, everybody. We are Three Fat Truckers. We're your hosts. I'm Bill.
And I'm the old man Dave, struggling through the day.
And I'm Steve, helping him struggle through the day.
By the way, Steve is on assignment this week and remote.
We're on location.
On location, live from the hotel room.
One of you guys has got something up too loud. I'm catching a little echo off of somebody's speaker somewhere.
Check, check, check.
Check, check, check.
Check, check. Audio check. Okay.
We're all here.
Let's try it again. Evening, everybody. Welcome to Three Fat Truckers. We're your hosts. I'm Bill.
And I'm Dave.
And I'm Steve.
And what do you think, guys? We got another good show?
Excellent show.
Got another excellent
Hopefully,
show. Just
turning them out.
Especially since we got one trucker on assignment.
Sorta.
We got him on the road, keeping things going.
A keen eye would probably figure out right away a couple of things have changed. One being that we've changed the way we are streaming. We're actually, instead of just streaming directly from Jitsi and you got all that camera switching back and forth action, we're going to show you all three of us at once. And if you're watching on a phone, I don't know, the experience will be so-so. If you're watching on a TV, it'll be fine. But the other thing you might have noticed is that Steve is, I would say on assignment, but he's well on his way to a permanent vacation, you might say. Well, a vacation from trucking.
Yeah. Yep. Decided to retire from trucking, so we'll see how that goes.
The one thing we all say we want to do, but few of us get to actually do it.
Yeah. I just burn out dealing with all the idiots. I'm sure there's guys out there that feel the same way. I mean, the snow, the ice, the rain, just all the extra.
All the good stuff in life.
Yeah.
That drives us. I kind of retired from the city life. Now I'm doing a little of the overroad. For a while. We'll see how it goes. We ain't going to do this forever.
I'm ready to do some fishing.
like I told you guys, I get paid for sightseeing. I just drive around, look for a different way to go.
Yep, old Dave. Where you at? I don't know. I'm just watching the other side of the scenery.
I was hoping you could tell me.
For some reason, the GPS said turn here. And, wow, I did. There's a big lake over here.
And that cop said, hey, trucks aren't allowed down here.
Yeah. The best part about that is
where was that? Kentucky?
That's right down there by you. The best part about that, he walked up to me as I'm watching all the trucks drive by me. He goes, hey, this ain't a truck route. And I'm like, well, there's a lot of trucks on this no truck route, ain't there? Why you just stop me?
Because you're too long.
He goes, well, them are little trucks, and you're a big truck. He goes, I'm going to write you a ticket. It's not a lot of pain. It's only a $20 ticket. You won't have to worry about that at all. And I'm like, well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Just $200 court cost.
See, they don't give you all that
information.
They don't give you all that information when they're writing that ticket. No. Just $20 ain't a big deal.
Well, he didn't want you mad at him. He's trying to make you feel good.
Well, I know. They'll just kaboomed me.
Well, the whole point behind doing that was to not interrupt the show with me telling you to bring the mic a little closer to you.
He's just gag on a little bit, Dave.
You got to kind of have it in front of you like I do right here.
You want it that close?
Yeah, it kind of has to be.
You should have just Bill. You should have said 1090. He knows what it is.
I know what a 1090 is.
You got to have about an inch between the. If you see here, you got to have about an inch between the pop filter and the mic, and then.
Oh, I'm only about 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah, you need.
Yeah, quit bragging. Quit bragging.
Some 3/4 of an inch are longer than other, aren't they? There,
Yeah,
Dave.
that's right.
Make the rest of us feel bad, you know.
Well, somebody has to. Let's get it up here.
Yeah.
Of course, I say that I was trying to make that private, but I remember now that I'm actually streaming the whole thing on OBS, so everybody that was watching would have seen that little chat pop up.
Hey, so the last show we had, I told everybody at the beginning I had a clean joke and a dirty joke, and the dirty joke we saved for the end, and then we forgot all about it. So
All right.
I'll give you the dirty joke, and that's probably the only one I'll give you.
Okay.
So
Man,
forewarned,
something like-
anybody that doesn't want to hear a dirty joke, plug your ears now.
Yeah, hit the mute button until
Yes.
we let you know.
Till we're done laughing.
And this is one of my favorite jokes too.
Let's
It's
have
sort of it'll hit close to home for you. And I'll credit this. The guy that I heard this joke from is Billy Gardell, the guy that plays Mike from Mike and Molly, and he does stand up and stuff. And this is one of his jokes, but I really like it. He tells a story about he's at his dad's house for a barbecue, and his dad and mom were divorced, and his dad was remarried. And they're at the barbecue, and they're standing outside around the grill like guys do, and his dad's smoking a cigarette, drinking a beer, flipping the burgers, rolling the dogs. And they're just out there bullshitting. Well, his wife comes walking out and just gets in his shit. You're always drinking, you're always smoking, you never listen to me. And the whole time she's just drilling him. He's sitting there smoking a cigarette, drinking his beer, flipping the burgers, rolling the dogs. She gets done yelling at him, screaming, and he looks at her and he says, "That's why nobody fucking likes you." And she goes stomping off. And old Billy looks at his dad. He says, "Dad, how long do you got to be married before you can talk to her like that?" He looks at his son. He smokes his cigarette, takes a drink of his beer, flips the burger. He looks at his son. He says, "Son, you got to be all done fucking."
Welcome to our
I
world,
can't
kids.
see your face. I can't see your face, Bill. But I thought you were probably smiling on that one.
The funny part about that is last weekend I seen my grandson, and he's 22, 27 years. God, I was 27, getting old. He come up to me and he goes, "Grandpa, how old am I going to be before I quit masturbating?" And I said, "Son, 62 ain't it." So
I don't know, but
Talk to
62 ain't it.
talk to somebody older than me.
Oh, gee whiz. All right, well, let's get a little housekeeping out of the way. Anybody wants to get a hold of us, email show at 3ftpodcast.org. Participate in the live chat, like and follow us on YouTube. We do also distribute a audio-only version of each one of our podcasts, and all you need to do is search for 3 Fat Truckers on the podcast catcher of your choice. We're on all of the big ones.
It's pretty easy to find us, the wide 3 Fat Trucker.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to find, not hard to find.
And my son and I actually made a couple of instructional videos on our website. They're actually on our YouTube page as well. I made a instructional video where I went through step-by-step how to install a podcast player on a Android phone.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about what Dave was talking about when you put a step-by-step way to do what he was talking about.
Hey,
I put a step-by-step instructional video on here.
if you don't have it figured out by the age of 5.
Oh.
When you were 10 or 11, you thought you invented it. Don't lie.
I know.
Jim Smith's in the house, folks.
Your
We've
mom
been
just
waiting
yelled at
on you,
Get your
Jim.
hand out of your diaper, and it's like, well, once you
Old
figure
Bill
it out.
typing away.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, please, folks, email us, participate in the chat, like and subscribe. We're on all of the, I say all. We're on Facebook, which is like the internet for most people, I guess.
The internet for most people.
Yeah. Oh, there goes Dave. We lost you, Dave.
Oh, he'll
This
come
is-
back sooner.
This
We
is-
froze. This is fun.
It's around. He'll come back around again. Don't worry.
Yeah, you got bad signal, Dave.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I see you now.
So, what's your show notes got here, Dave? We got.
Gosh, what do we got?
Oh, something about somebody smuggling some people around here.
Well, there wasn't a lot of stupid news this week, so we had to go a little more serious. But some of these are kind of funny because I kind of wanted to know how you dump these guys out when you're done with them. So go through it.
Dump them out.
I'll go ahead and share a picture of this for our viewing audience.
Go ahead and explain her. Steve, read them off.
Oops.
What's that?
Right below it.
Oh, it says police in the southwest of San Antonio, Texas, arrested a driver of a tractor trailer when they found 42 people in the country illegally in a belly dump trailer. 6 were found in the cab of the truck, which was stopped at 7:45 a.m. Thursday. The police stopped the tractor for a traffic violation and found 48 people in the tractor trailer. Oh, shoot.
The thing that bothers me about this is it's the trouble these people went through.
Well, it says he was charged with human smuggling and, human trafficking. Well, they were volunteering to get across the border, I'm sure.
And in many cases, they pay these people, whatever they call them,
Did you
a lot of money.
to look at what they're wearing? Why are they all wearing camo?
Because they're sneaking across the border.
Yeah, but why do they need? It's a little suspicious.
Hey, Dave, they should have.
Yeah, it's suspicious. They're illegally sneaking into a country.
No, they should have dressed up like scrap metal.
Yes.
This isn't the scrap you're looking for. We're going Omni.
Right.
No,
dude. Throw some garbage on there. Make it look like trash.
No, dude. Everybody wear a snorkel and put like a 6-inch layer of cow manure on top of that.
Good old road apples.
I tell you what, that way you ain't got to worry about nobody getting into your shit.
The thing here is
you can't get in any deeper.
There was 2 of them that were under the age of 18, and it ended up making it a second-degree felony. So you're supposed to get punishable up to 20 years and up to a $10,000 fine.
And I'll bet you none of them had ID on there, so how they know they were.
No, I have no ID, man. There's no ID. Don't need no stinking ID, man.
Hey, Dave, they cut them and counted the rings.
All right, so I'll go ahead and read this just for posterity. This is okay. So it's driver arrested for human smuggling. 48 people found in tractor trailer. This is from Trucker News. Police in a city southwest of San Antonio, Texas, arrested the driver of a tractor trailer when they found 42 people in a.
That's some good writing. I don't know who wrote that, but.
Country illegally in a. This is weird. Okay,
and then we have an update.
An update. Illegally in a belly of a dump trailer. 6 more were found in the cab. You already read this, didn't you, Steve?
Yeah.
I'm looking really stupid right now, and you guys are letting.
No, you're good.
We're doing a great job at it.
UV Dale of Dale. UV Dale. Is that a real? I don't know. Place? UV Dale of Dale police stopped the tractor trailer.
I think it's supposed to mean update. Police stopped the tractor trailer.
Well, this.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Yeah.
No spell check there, Bill.
Okay.
On to the next one.
All right. After being sidelined twice by. Whoa! What?
Yeah, keep reading the fine.
Keep reading what?
Keep reading on down there. The 18-year-old. Scroll down a little farther. Keep going.
The driver was arrested and charged with human smuggling, including smuggling of individuals under the age of 18. Well, yeah, they're probably bringing their children with them, which police said is a second-degree felony. Oh, for God's sake. Such felonies are punishable by between 2 and 20 years in prison and a fine of up to $10,000. They're not going to put anybody in prison. They're not going to fine anybody. They're just going to send them back over.
I'm having a little deja vu right now.
Yeah. You know,
from when you illegally came into this country?
No, when I just read that like 3 minutes ago.
Well, Dave told me to read it again.
The funny part about it is when they spell between 2 and 20. They couldn't have made it 2. They had to write out 2, but they couldn't write out 20. They had to put the number.
So some of you may be aware I've got a little college education.
Little.
And in introduction to expository writing, they told us that when you're actually writing something, you don't use the actual numbers. You completely spell out the word. So that's why you got that.
20 was just too many letters. I couldn't squeeze that in there. It's easy to go 2-0.
Yeah, I don't know why they. There might, because I've seen that before actually, where if it's just one number, they'll write it out, and then if it's a
hey Bill,
2-digit
number. We're getting this from the guy that has a problem with the King's English. Really?
The King's English. Leave aside we ain't had a king since TV was in color, but that's.
You know, I do remember when TV was not in color.
Heck, I still got a
Okay, Boomer.
Montgomery Ward.
Okay, Boomer.
Yeah, don't make fun of us old boomers.
Boomer. No, man, remember he said he was a millennial or something.
I'm a millennial boomer.
Yeah.
Millennial boomer.
You ain't no millennial nothing. I dare say there's not a single millennial. Let's see here. Let me look at the
Gen X.
top.
Enough.
Gen X is fine.
Yeah, both of you.
Because they call us boomers too.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Where we're at now.
Which is stupid, by the way. But don't let me. I don't want to get on that.
Let's save the next story and jump down to the third one. We'll come back to this. Let's get through the heavy
Get back
stuff.
to Matt's.
Yeah, and then
we'll
we'll come back to Matt.
Oh, you want me to skip over your 9 pages about the truck show?
Hey, that's some good quality stuff here.
All right, so this is okay. Well, I didn't even know about this. The Loves in Gary, Indiana, heavily damaged by fire, and this is from Trucker News.
And this is the guy that called me and goes, "That all the show notes you're going to do," and he didn't even read them.
I did read them. I am acting surprised for theatrical effect here on the show for the benefit of our audience.
Tell us what it says, Bill. What caused the fire?
It seems as though the burning was caused by a fire. Fire caused major damage. We should really not drink before the show.
Hey, you're talking about yourself.
Yeah, I suppose I am.
Oh.
Fire caused major damage to Love's truck stop. Yeah, well, he's got Trav, ;L.
Where?
Travel stop near
Travel
Interstate
stop.
94 in Gary, Indiana, Thursday. The blaze is said to have started around 10:40 a.m., and it took firefights more than 6 hours to extinguish the blaze.
Hey, you can ad-lib all you want, okay?
I'm not going to do it.
He's reading it verbatim.
I'm reading it. Onlookers and authorities.
I'm waiting for you to get to the part where I can start cracking a joke on it. So.
Feel free anytime.
No,
because...
You're not there. You're not there. You're not there yet.
All right.
Me and Dave's locked and loaded for this. So come on.
Is it going to be a race to the finish with you guys?
Come on.
Okay, onlookers and authorities said the fire appears to have started in the Denny's restaurant.
Here we go.
There's what.
I think I know where this is going already.
Bill, I believe it was the nacho platter, and somebody had their ass on fire, and it just let loose in the restaurant.
This is why I use the bucket, okay?
This is why you always eat ice cream after
I don't want to impose this on anybody else, you know.
You always eat ice cream after Mexican food.
Yeah,
so that way when
you're in the blaze,
you're in the shitter, you're in there yelling, "Come on, ice cream!"
You know, I used to think of Denny's as a diner, but now it's kind of a hot spot.
You've been holding back on that one, haven't you? You've been sweating. You've been holding that back
3 days waiting
freaking
for
hard.
To ask me that question.
Shucks.
Hey, but
continue on.
Where did it not reach to?
Okay, the blaze did not reach the fool? Did you actually type this out, Dave?
All I did was copy and paste. I'm like, man, this is some good.
God's
reporting.
sakes, I think Trucker News needs some new people working for him.
I believe there's a shortage of writers.
Like, we needed one more fucking thing to make us look like a bunch of dumbasses.
Well, you're not done with it yet, though.
All right. Onlookers and authorities said the fire
text
appears
messages.
to have started in the Denny's restaurant at the travel center. The blaze did not reach the fuel takes or fuel
I hope so.
islands.
They're underground.
For fuck's sake, man. How many words can you mess up in one sentence? The fuel takes. Okay, folks, just so you know, I'm not... Okay, I'm going to share this because...
He's got a screenshot.
You folks need to see that. Now, when Dave... Folks, when Dave gets the show notes together, and it is Dave's job, he literally copies and pastes, and this right here is what I want you to focus your attention on, the words fool. Oh, they did spell fuel right the second time.
Yeah, yeah.
Did not
That's why
reach
it's italics
the
underneath
fuel
it, yeah.
tanks or fuel islands.
Island, yeah.
For fuck's sake. Okay, so a
The
love
only thing I
spoke.
didn't get on here was the guy's name I wrote to. I wish it was on there, but it's
Well, see, because if you look down below that, the one that I copy and pasted, it's got the guy. We got
Right,
a picture
got
of
a
this
picture
fucking
of
guy.
him.
All right.
Yeah.
A Love spokesperson Thursday said all customers and employees escaped the blaze and there were no reports of injuries. The cause of the fire remains unknown.
I thought it was the Denny's. How can it be unknown? Make up my mind.
I'm sure we could use our imagination,
Okay.
but yeah.
This is the good quality stuff we're finding for you guys.
Yeah,
just
we
so
are.
you know.
Okay, get her
so
rolling.
this one, I'm sure we're not going to find anything funny about this whatsoever. Let's put
Oh,
on serious
contraire.
faces, guys. Serious
Contraire.
faces. Serious
Contraire.
faces, guys. Serious
It's
faces.
Florida.
Florida man
They're funny.
with the capital F. Florida man arrested after truck driver found dead along interstate in White County, Indiana, in fact, where the three of us live. The driver was actually arrested in Arlington, Texas. Now, this is from WRTV News in Indianapolis. The writer's name is Andrew Smith.
That's where they're on your side.
You watch
White County, a man from Florida has been charged in connection with the death of what is believed to be his co-driver.
Now, hold on. When you get to the gentleman's name, I don't think he's from White County.
Let's have a look-see. Ooh, I don't know.
I think he's from Brown County.
No, he come out of the
Wah, wah,
he come
wah.
out of the trailer. The trailer load.
The trailer earlier in the first news story. Yep.
All right, let me read this. A man from
Okay.
Florida has been charged in connection with the death of what is believed to be his co-driver, who was found dead in a ditch along Interstate 65 in White County, according to the Indiana State Police. Miguel Ibargüen. I'm sorry if I'm
not
pretty
sure
good.
how
I
you
got
take
it.
that.
I tell you
that's
something.
pretty
I don't
good.
know if I
tell you
got it
something.
right, man. But if you call up and tell me, I will.
That's pretty good, I think.
If you
Yep.
call me up and tell me, I will correct it on the next episode. Miguel Ibargüen, 44, of Miami, Florida, was arrested. Well, he ain't gonna call me, is he? He's got one phone call, and he's not gonna call three fat truckers, is he? Was arrested on a warrant for murder on Tuesday in Arlington, Texas. Texas, what a shock!
That's not a good place to get arrested for murder.
Nah.
Well,
That's
they'll extradite him back here.
Yeah.
He hopes.
ISP Sergeant Jeremy Pierce said in a press release, the arrest comes after a multi-state homicide investigation into the death of Aristida Garcia, 63, of Los Angeles, California. Oh, I got to get out of that character. Was found dead by cleaning crews on March 8th, who was also Mexican. Wait, who was also, on March 8th in a ditch along I-65 northbound less than a mile south of State Road 18.
So the guy from L.A. is cleaning the ditches in Indiana, is how I understand it?
No. The guy from L.A. was the co-driver that got killed.
Oh.
They found him in the ditch in Indiana with the crews were cleaning up trash.
So he's throwing away his L.A. trash in Indiana.
I guess so.
Sick of that shit. His cause of death hasn't been released.
But now, Dave, me and Bill noticed something on this story.
Yeah.
Okay, I noticed something.
I-95?
The guy that got killed was like your age.
Yeah.
The guy that killed him was like Bill's age.
Yeah, I see that.
So you better watch your shit.
It must have been the mouthy old guy. He just couldn't put up with him running his jaw all the time. And said, "I'll fix you," and then he kicked him out the side of the truck.
Well, the old guy was probably telling him how to drive all day, and you can only take so much of somebody telling you how to drive.
No, the old guy was probably like, "Huh? What?"
Where? Well, I clicked on the
turn.
I clicked on the thing, but it went away.
It went away.
Down.
Oh, okay. So his cause of death hasn't been released, but Pierce said the coroner determined his manner of death was a homicide. Garcia was reported missing by his employer in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, after the semi-truck he was driving was located.
Okay,
Anybody want to take a stab at what company that was?
No, but I have questions. How do you continue drive and the boss calls and goes, "Let me talk to the Padre next to you," and it's like, he never come out of the truck stop.
Ooh,
I don't know where
He's in the bunk sleeping.
He's in the bunk sleeping.
I don't know. I don't know. He was here a minute ago.
Hey, Bill, off topic here. What time do they do open interviews there at Speedway?
You and Zach can go take a long walk off of a short pier.
I just seen that.
Oh, yeah,
should I tell that story on here?
I think
you.
Yes.
Well, they denied it, so I mean
they have outright officially denied it.
But you was there, so it's not libel or slander.
I'm just wondering if I'm going to doctor this up a little bit because I don't want to
get a sausage and egg while you're telling it.
I'm not picturing Speedway as being one of the world's richest companies, but I bet they got more money than I do. So I'm not going to do anything to get them to sue me. So let's not use Speedway. Let's use another word.
Random truck stop.
Random fuel stop at the last exit in Watertown, Ohio, on 24.
Since there's only one, that'd be the random one.
So this was like, God, it was like 4 years ago now, 3 or 4 years.
Oh, it ain't been that long.
It's been more than 2. It's been at least 3.
Has it?
Before COVID.
Yeah. So I'm going to say...
okay, yeah, I guess so.
I'm going to say about 3 years ago, I stopped in...
And I still stopped there.
in a random fuel stop in Ohio on 24 just before you get to 475. A little ways before 475. There's a random fuel stop there with, I think, 3 or 4 diesel pumps. It's not a full-on truck stop, but they've got a Speedway cafe. I mean a deli in there that makes sandwiches.
Yeah. Pretty good sandwiches too, huh, Bill?
Not too bad. You know, you got to handle the Speedway. I mean,
they're even better if you got to make
stop.
them yourself. But I bet you could put more on them that way. But yeah, how's that work?
Well, so I was in there one day. I stopped in, I ordered a sandwich, and the guy that was making my sandwich had been there. This was literally his first day. And the only other employee in the building was a female...
assistant manager or something?
Manager.
Yeah.
And she was on the phone with the manager, telling the manager, I don't know if it was a male or female, that they were having some trouble. They didn't have anybody working. They had a line going out to the front of the, out the front entrance, and she needed some help. And it kind of sounded like the manager was telling her, well, tough shit, honey. It's all yours. And she hangs up the phone and tells the kid making my sandwich, I'm this close to walking out of here. And he just kind of, I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was something to the effect of like, well, if you leave, I'm out of here too. And I don't remember.
With the line of people out the door waiting.
Yeah. I don't remember because mind you, he's dead in the middle of making my sandwich. A foot long. I don't remember what it was.
That's all you're worried about.
Got one bread, got the eggs,
Folks,
where's the sausage, and we're getting ready to slap
It's
her
getting
together.
tough to get somebody to make you a freaking sandwich these days, all right?
Yeah.
So he's making this sandwich, and she goes back and gets her purse and her coat and says, I'm out of here. And then she walks out, and then this kid making my sandwich walks out, and he just kind of, and as he walks by, he kind of looks at me like, sorry, dude. I'm like, I had this kind of the same look on my face everybody else did, like, well, what the hell do we do now? Well, I knew what I was going to do. I walked back there and finished making my sandwich.
But the key point is, you already paid for your sandwich.
Yes.
You were
No,
waiting.
I didn't pay for it.
Oh,
No,
That's where
did.
this story
The
gets
other guy.
interesting.
The other guy did.
Yeah.
So I go and I finish making my sandwich, and then, everybody else is still trying to figure out what they're going to do, and I walk out of there with it. I don't know what happened after I walked out, but I didn't pay for the sandwich because there was nobody to pay. So for 2 months, I stressed out about this because I knew there's cameras all over the place in those places, right? And
You owe us $7.95, buddy.
I was
You're going to
stressed.
jail.
Well, I didn't want to get our company in trouble, because there's cameras out there. I was pulled into the fuel island somewhere, and I didn't want to get, our company involved, which will remain nameless. And I didn't want to get in trouble myself. So I think it was about 2 months later, I go back in there, and by this time it was a whole different crew of people, a whole different bunch of yes men up in there. And I tell the guy in charge, I actually had cash on me at the time, and I go to him and I explain to him what happened, and I wanted to go ahead and pay for my sandwich, and he outright accused me of lying, that I made up the entire story. Sir, I don't know what you're trying to pull here, but nothing like that's ever happened here at this store. You need, and I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, I had a sandwich that day that was not of your making, okay?
Yes.
And
I didn't put it in the fancy wrapper in the box. I wrapped it and left.
he outright accused me of lying about the entire thing, and I said, okay, well, that pretty much removes my culpability in this entire...
And wasn't there a guy there that day, too, that was there the other day that said, hey, wasn't you here?
Oh!
Yeah. You forgot about that, didn't you?
That happened another time. I went in there...
Oh, was it?
And I noticed somebody that was there that day, because, these places have regulars that come in every morning.
Every morning.
certain
Grab their
times.
coffee, grab their smokes, grab their candy, and out the door.
I was like, weren't you here that day that both of the employees walked out? He's like, man, yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it? I'm like, yeah, this was after the whole thing where the guy accused me of lying. I said, yeah, I came in, and I was telling him, I said, I came in, tried to pay for that sandwich, and they outright accused me of lying. Oh, well, they probably don't want to admit to it. I'm like, oh, I don't see how you can keep that a secret. There had to have been 13 people standing in line there that had already paid for they might have paid for their fuel, but that was the only thing that they had paid for. So
Well, I was waiting for people to just start fueling and leaving.
Well, nowadays you've got to prepay.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to preset the machine or something. But
So people that just came in, prepaid for their fuel and left probably would have never even known. But Speedway is one of those places where...
What way?
I mean,
average trucker
random fuel stop.
Random convenience station, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't have a lawyer hired for this show, guys. I mean, we got no
I got a couple friends.
I hope so.
Uh,
Because they might be
It'll be
lining
free
up.
advice. I don't know how good it'll be, but it'll be free.
Oh, I'm more than willing to come back on this show on a later date.
And pay for that sandwich.
No, just come back on the show and say that I made the whole thing up, that it was a lie, that Speedway is
That's
an
the letter
excellent
you
American company, and I mean Random Truck Stop is an excellent American company, and these things don't. I'm more than willing to do that. I don't think that'll take away from this story one bit.
No. Okay, let's get back to the show now.
Yeah. All right. So.
Now you have to zoom up, and we'll do the Matt story.
Oh yeah. All right. So. Apparently. Scroll. Apparently. After being sidelined twice by COVID-19, MATS, M-A-T-S, I suppose that's an acronym for Mid-America Trucks Show, is back to celebrate
Yep.
50th anniversary.
Okay, I got questions before you go.
Where's the story from? I need to cite where it's from. You don't have it?
You don't have it on there.
Nope.
It may be at the bottom. I don't know. It was a big.
I got to have that right after the title.
Well, what you got, I have, and what you get are two different.
Let me tell you something, brother.
It's Mid-American Truck Show.
There's two ways of doing this.
I got it all from the same place, so it had to be from
Trucker News.
Trucker News, yeah, that's where I got it.
Okay, so we can expect plenty of misspelled words and all kinds of messed up grammar.
Yeah. Apparently, you can't hire.
Now
people
we're gonna get
working
sued
this
by
crap.
Trucker News. Okay, we're not gonna have any friends left.
Oh well.
Who said we had any to start with?
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I got a question before you go any farther. It said it's been sidelined for 2 years. So is this the 48th show, or is it the 50th show, which should have been 2 years ago? Now it's the 52nd show.
Anybody knows the answer to that? Email the show at 3ftpodcast.org. We're always I can't get people to email
We have
this
questions.
show. I pay all this money for this email address. I can't get anybody to send an email. I ain't into all that daggum old computer nonsense, all that clickety click, clickety click, that
Clickety clack clack clack.
all that email. It's taking over your minds there. All that there computer nonsense, all them video games and all that thing. All right, I'll read this. After COVID-induced 2 years hiatus, the Mid-American Truck Show is back, and organizers have added enough events, activities, and features to make up for lost time.
How come the first picture's a New York truck? See the tanker there?
Oh, well, that's a shiny tanker.
Well, it is shiny.
What do you mean? Whoa. A New York truck where?
See the one
Which
with
one?
The one with the 4 axles?
The pneumatic?
Yeah, the sand truck.
That's not a New York truck. That's
Yes,
first.
it is.
This is not. It's first class. They're out of Kentucky.
I hate to tell you, they run up and down New York toll road every day, and I'll
That's
take
not.
a picture of
That's
one
not
tomorrow.
where. That's not where they're from.
Well, I'll tell you,
They have trucks everywhere, just like other companies, but they are out of Kentucky.
just because you're in Kentucky now, don't mean you're.
Why don't you read
No,
the rest of this?
I know they are.
Read the rest of this, Dave.
Where are we at here?
They're in Texas too.
Are they?
They pull them hot tanks down there
Well, that ain't hot. Oh,
with
hot
that oil.
box.
That ones with the black oil out the top of them, making a mess all the time.
Hey, look, we lost Bill.
It's quiet.
I know it. Matt's open Thursday at the Kentucky Expo Center in Louisville and runs through Saturday, show hours below. And by the way, guys, that was yesterday, so it's over
Yeah,
with
it's
now.
over.
It's over now, but the reason I posted this here is we were talking about the truck show, and hopefully, if everything works out right, I've already contacted them, and we're looking at setting up a booth there. So if anybody's never been to the truck show and want to go down and check it out, it's put your walking shoes on. It's big. Oh, it's a whole day, but we're going to try having a booth down there next year, and maybe even squeezing off a show while we're there if everything works out right. But That's our plans.
Yeah.
Nothing set in gold yet.
Well, this is saying they had what, 1,020 exhibitors. That's quite a few.
Yes, it's like locally, if you know our Coliseum, it's like about 4 of our Coliseums lined up. How it's laid out, it's just.
That's big.
And then they have the truck shows and stuff outside and the entry shows, and it's, if you've never been there, it's a good weekend to take away and go. We said we were going to pee before we started the show, and I can't believe you had to get up in the middle of the show to pee.
See, I've got 2 perfectly capable co-hosts.
Well, I didn't even see you. All I saw was you were gone, but I didn't have a picture of you. So
like your dad
told you.
Jitsi
feed, Steve.
Hey, did you wash your hands?
Never took my gloves off.
He got soaked gloves.
So you got them gloves on, so it means you didn't get no grease on it, huh?
We're gonna have to get him a portable urinal for his show now, since he's got one for his truck. Now I've
got 3 for my truck.
So
I got 3.
I'm glad you made it back, Bill.
Appreciate that, Dave.
It's always good to see you.
All right, where are you at on this?
We were just telling people the reason I posted this on here, because hopefully, if we're still doing this a year from now, we're actually going to set up a booth there and see if we can get thrown out of that place. We've done well on a couple others, so you never know.
For anybody that
and it's already over. Today's Sunday. It was done Saturday, so pretty much everything got on here, it's already over with.
So
for anybody that knows Dave, Dave is a motivated doer, and if you mention something ought to be done, by the end of that day, it'll be done.
Hey, I got the application.
Because I think I mentioned just anecdotally at some point, I said, we ought to get a booth at the Mid-America Truck Show. Ha, 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 ha. Dave took me seriously and got us a booth at the Mid-America Truck Show, so we're going to be there. I have no idea what we're going to do, but...
Well, maybe a live show.
We're just going to stand around and look pretty,
Yeah. I mean, I got to get a big sign so 3 fat truckers will fit on the sign.
Yeah.
But, you might have to downsize us.
Maybe we can give away have a drawing for the 50th drawer can get a poop bucket, and the 51st drawer will get the noodle. Then they can fight over it. See who wants the soft butt. Who knows?
I feel like the poop buckets would be an expensive thing to have, but...
To get to hand out poop buckets.
Hand out poop buckets. I don't want to hand out poop buckets. I want to make a little money off the poop buckets.
Well,
these servers and email addresses ain't free, y'all.
And the best part about it is we can put our face on the bottom so we can get shit on just like at work.
Oh, boy.
Nailed it. So...
Yeah. What else you got here? You got
the big thing was last week I talked to everybody about a topic about trucker movies. Now, we thought we were all pretty high and mighty on the trucker movies, and I went down.
I think this list, you should have went somewhere else to get a different list. Because this list, I mean, some of them's movies, but they're taking like TV episodes just because they had a truck in it or something. So, I mean, it's hard to justify it on that one, but
when you go to IMBD, that is the movie website. So
these lists that you see on IMDb, though, they're community made. They're not made by IMDb. They're just made by somebody. Anybody with an IMDb account can create some kind of list like this.
But, let's run down and see what we got here.
Well, see how many people know. That's the best part.
Well, my thing is, it's not so much the title of the movie, but when I look to see who actually acted in it, I mean, some of the actors,
And why do truckers always have to be the bad guy? My God.
Because we're filthy piss bottle freaking... Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and share the list here as we go.
Well, number 1... he's got down here, says White Line Fever, 1975.
Good movie.
And it said it had Jan Michael Vincent, Slim Pickens, And isn't Jan Michael Vincent that played in Airwolf? The helicopter pilot
that struggled with drug addiction.
Yeah. But in Slim Pickens, that's from Blazing Saddles, brother.
Yeah.
And we all know his famous line, which I won't say on here. But
probably ought not to.
Horses. Oh. Anyway.
Stop right there.
Well,
come on.
All I know is my brother's going to love it because it's got a Ford WT 9000, and that's his favorite old truck. So there you go, Steve, a call out.
I don't remember that one.
I do. He
and
jumped
then
through a big giant billboard at the very end.
The second one, Steel Cowboy, 1978, and that had James Brolin and Rip Torn. Now, I don't remember that one at all.
He drove a white Western Star 4800 series in the movie, so at least they didn't tell us. The next one, I don't even know what it is.
Happy Face Killer? Yeah, I got no idea. It was 2014, so...
That's fairly new.
And it had David Arquette in it.
What about this one, Snitch? I'd never heard of this, and it's got Dwayne Johnson in it.
Yeah, I watched that before.
He drives a gray Freightliner.
Yep.
Let's go kick some ass with a gray Freightliner.
And then everybody knew Black Dog with Patrick
That was a good
Swayze.
movie. I actually liked that one.
Oh, God. When that movie came out, I couldn't go to certain friends' house because all they wanted to do was watch Black Dog.
Randy Travis, Meatloaf. I had quite a few of them in it.
Yeah.
And moving on, this is one friend of the show, Dwayne. He likes this show.
Yep, old Claude Akins. That old boy was from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yep.
And the other people in it, I don't recognize them. But well, Claude Akins was the one that played Lobo for BJ and the Bear, the Lobo the Sheriff.
This moving
which
on.
Which is the next one, is BJ and the Bear. Yeah.
I'm still on moving on. I'm on this Kenworth this guy had because I was. This is like a early '70s model Kenworth.
Yep, the old B model.
And I saw a couple of scenes from this show where they were inside the cab of that truck, and that thing was cherry. I mean, it probably rode like an Amish log wagon, but...
Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about at that Graver.
No, this is not good.
Not good.
Then you had BJ and the Bear. I remember watching that show
I did watch that one.
Yeah, I watched that as a kid.
But after that, after that show, started the BJ Lobo show, I thought. But, yeah. I mean, this other one...
Did you read what's right below it? Let's go hunt some women down with the red, white, and blue Kenworth.
Yep. And me and Dave, the next one, Highball was talking about, it had Peter Fonda, Jerry Reed. I sort of remember
that one.
I sort of do. Don't mind Jerry Reed. He's the one with a cab over her face and a screen that's red, white, and says KW.
Yeah.
And we all know that Smokey and the Bandit.
1977.
And Smokey and the Bandit 2. Yep.
Is any of these people left alive, I wonder?
On Smokey and the Bandit?
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds not.
I think Sally Fields
is not. Sally Fields is.
Jerry Reed's
gone. She needs to come back and make a third one.
They've already made a third one.
Made a third one.
They made on the list. One too.
It ain't on the list. It wasn't that good.
It didn't make the top 30. It sucked. It was about an elephant, or was that the second one?
That was the second one.
Yeah. What was the third one about? Oh, it didn't have it. It had Jerry Reed being the bandit.
The bandit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hijack, I don't remember.
I don't remember that one either.
Lee Purcell's the only actor I know about that one.
I've never seen it.
The rest of them.
That's a 5 point. Not many of these have very good ratings.
And that was 1973. So
Armed and Dangerous only got a 5.7. I love that movie.
John Candy, Eugene Levy.
That was a funny movie, but
And Meg Ryan. Yep. I still don't know why it's a part. No, it really wasn't a truck in it. It was just the armored truck.
Yeah. Well, no, there was a semi hauling gasoline, and they were busting through cars. And he goes, "What are we hauling?" He said, "Jet fuel." He said, "Hands down."
Hey, Dave. I hate to interrupt the show for this. Have you got a volume you can turn up for that microphone a little bit?
It's a little soft, is it?
Yeah, it's a little low. I got mine on 100%.
Dave, it's a little soft, is it?
Well,
rub some Viagra on it, Dave. And then Convoy, 1978. Everybody knows that one.
Yeah, because all truck drivers, according to this picture, have a six-pack and a girl hanging off our shoulders.
Based on the country song "Sing" title by C.W. McCall.
Okay, so chicken or the egg? What came first on that?
What came first on it?
The movie or the song?
The song.
The song did? Okay. You're muted, Dave. You're muted, Dave. You're muted, Dave. There you go.
Is that any better there?
Yeah,
there you go.
You're back on, but your volume is still low.
Then it's got one episode.
Turn your microphone volume up.
Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, just look on here. It's got one episode for Mission Impossible, which that's a TV show. I don't know why they pulled that one out of there either, but go down there to the bottom. The next one, that Moonfire.
Never heard of that either.
Richard Egan. I don't even recognize any of them
4.5.
There, we nailed it.
That's too much. 100. Don't go any higher than 100.
It don't have a number. I just can slide the bar. Pick your poison.
That's good, right there.
You was good before you started messing with it.
I never messed with it. That's the whole part.
Well, it's better now.
18 Wheels of Justice, Time Bomb.
Time Bomb. I don't even
Time
remember.
Bomb had Merlin Olsen from freaking Little House on the Prairie, Morgan Fairchild, Billy D. Williams.
I didn't think Morgan Fairchild would do a trucker movie.
Yeah. And then everybody knows Stallone over the top, the arm wrestling deal where he's got the pulley in the cab where he's weight on the floor and he's pulling it up back and forth to build his arm.
That movie I remember watching with my dad, and then I remember every time I was going off to do something hard. From then on out, he always used to say, "Over the top, Bill."
Over the top, Bill.
Yeah. When I went off to boot camp, he said, "Over the top, Bill." I was like,
it was 1987. Yep.
Uh,
And then Duel, I don't remember that one.
Don't remember that.
Dennis Weaver is in it.
1971. Breakdown. I remember the name.
Kurt Russell. Yeah, Kurt Russell. I don't remember that one either.
97 wasn't that long ago.
It's pretty damn long.
Longer. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah.
Not as long as 71.
Yeah.
Messenger of Death, Charles Bronson, 1988.
You skipped right over Airwolf.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I did because I didn't care for it. I don't care for it.
It says nice black.
You didn't care for Airwolf.
Not. It shouldn't be on the thing. There's not no semi in the flex. It was an episode.
It says
not a movie.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of these are just an episode.
Just like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
All right,
Never
here we go.
give a trucker an even break.
Our millennials remember this one, Joyride, 2001.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
Candy Cane. Yeah, that was a horror movie where this evil truck driver was after these poor, defenseless millennials that were just out for a harmless evening of harassing people.
And it was so good, Bill, they made a second one.
It was a black Peterbilt 359 too.
Team for Blacktop.
Murder on the Move.
That had Meatloaf.
Meatloaf in it, yeah.
Oh, that's what we're having for dinner?
Don't let your meatloaf, Dave.
All right. I'm firming it as we go.
The Great Smoky Roadblock. Henry Fonda.
What did I call this yesterday? The Great Smoky Album? something.
Oh, here's one. This one's got a 3.8 rating on IMDb. That's so bad I gotta watch it just to see.
What, trucks?
Yeah. You turn, you die.
I don't even recognize any of the people in it either.
No, you're not gonna have a 3.8 with anybody.
And we all know the next one, Maximum
Overdrive. That's a classic.
I'm sorry, but AC/DC made that one famous. I'll tell you right now.
That's only got a 5.4. What is wrong? You know what? It's nothing but millennials on here.
Emilio Estevez.
I don't remember Maximum Overdrive.
Well, you don't remember much, do you?
Thunder Run. I don't know that one.
You don't remember Maximum Overdrive?
Now, I just zoomed it in and I see the trailer. Yes, I do remember it.
Yeah, where the trucks had came self-aware or something.
Yeah, there's like a radiation storm or something. Yeah, and it had the truck from the toy place with the gremlin, big plastic gremlin on the front of the grill.
That was the leader.
Yep. The eyes would light up, and it was circling the truck stop.
Whatever happened to the trucker part of? Remember the James Bond when he was driving the semi and he drove it down the wheel or on two wheels, and they shot the missile underneath? That'd have been better than the Hulk and them. Remember that James Bond theory?
Which one was that?
Yeah, one of them. He was somewhere and they were chasing him down. He was in a semi and they unhooked one of the semi trailers and it was a tanker truck and it exploded and killed one. And the other one, he shoots a missile and he drives it up on the bank and takes the whole truck and trailer down the road, driving it on this half of the way. You don't remember that, James Bond?
Well, somebody needs to write into the show and tell us which episode of 007 that was. Show at 3ftpodcast.org, or feel free to pop into our chat. Our last comment was from Zach, and he was apparently enjoying himself.
He was busting your chops a little bit, yeah.
Well, he's the reason I thought to tell the story about the sandwich shop.
I just want to know when open interviews were. What time?
I don't know if maybe I was too overqualified, but I don't know how they would know that because.
Well, they said you were a liar, so that's what I was going off of.
I didn't appreciate that either.
Well, I hear you. Well, we're about getting to the end of the show here.
I think so, but we don't really have a time limit as such.
Well, good.
So, I have freed us from the shackles of our time limit that we had originally by changing the way I stream to YouTube. So I think we should still keep it about an hour, but at least we're not going to be stuck with.
At least we don't have you have 3 seconds.
Well, we didn't even get that. It would just
it just said you are done.
Yeah, it would straight cut you off and it's appropriate that was a female voice that told us that.
So, by the way, I went down to North Carolina this week, and I love coming back Highway 57 and looking at that big old rock at the top of the mountain. And I don't remember what that place is called, but I took a picture of it so I can look it up. Pilot Mountain State Park.
And that's in North Carolina?
Oh, where the mountain sort of like a tabletop looking thing?
Yeah, it looks like somebody took their thumb and pushed right up to the earth on Highway 52. Yep. There's
Yep, I've been by it many times.
That won't work because I know you can't see it, but
well, we can now.
There you go. But it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
So
you could have just shared your. Yeah. Anyway.
It's on my phone. I know. It's just easier to hold it up. Come on, you yell at me for hitting buttons.
Oh, we got a. Didn't we have a request for a topic on the show?
Oh, gosh, yes, we did. I forgot all about that.
Now, I imagine the three of us are probably some of the least qualified to speak on this topic, but we did have
apparently we were not, Bill. One of us has done this.
Oh, yeah.
What's
Steve,
that?
have you had a pet in the truck before?
I had a lady down in Florida ask me to talk about pets and trucking.
Oh yeah.
She said, how do the dogs or the animals, do you know? And I go, well, I'm not a pet trucker guy, but
I had one that rode with me for 13 years.
Wow.
Did it have its own poop bucket?
Nope. What you did, you made the dog stick to a certain schedule. So you only fed them and let them eat certain times, and after they did is when you pretty much stopped and it was their time for their bathroom break, and you just kept them on a schedule.
So how long ago was this, Steve?
I'm trying to think how long. It's when I worked for the company there in Bluffton, so it's been 12 years ago.
So the reason I ask is because it's only recently that some of the truck stops, and by some I mean off the top of my head,
the actual pet parks and stuff.
Yeah,
now.
all the Loves, almost all the Loves have dog.
Yeah, because more and more truckers. I mean,
yeah,
if you don't have everywhere.
If they don't have a co-driver, which usually most co-drivers, it depends. There's a lot of husband-wife teams.
Yeah.
Do you have to train my mom drivers to poop on a certain schedule too?
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, when you keep
them
on the same.
Stop his truck again.
If you maintain a decent eating schedule, then it's easier to keep them. I would imagine. I'm
sure
very unqualified.
Well, and a lot of it
works out with Sheldon's list.
It depends what size animal you have in the truck with you, because you see most people have little dogs, or they might have a cat. And the cat thing, I imagine you got a litter box in the truck, and I don't think I want my truck smelling like that. But to each their own. But
we work with a couple guys that carry dogs, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen one company, which I ain't gonna say who they are, but they have people that work for them that live south of the border, and they pretty much will live in that truck, and they'll get a brand new truck like a big. The newer Volvos that had the full 77 stand-up bunk in the top, dinette in the bottom. And I had seen a husband and wife in one of them before with a baby and probably 4 kids, anywhere from ages, I want to say 3 to 12 years old. 4 kids, living in the truck also.
Yeah.
And a German Shepherd, a Great Dane, and a cat.
Now,
all in one truck.
To you and I, that's ridiculous.
Well,
but for some people, they wouldn't think of living any other way.
But if you live south of the border, that's probably the best house you ever had.
oh yeah, brand new. It's brand new. Yeah. Wasn't that old George Lopez said something one time about he seen 2 people getting out of this little Volkswagen. He's like, man, we could fit 10 or 15 people in there. That's some wasted space.
That's a lot of wasted space.
So
that's too funny.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, because I when you mentioned we were going to do this topic, I thought, well, I'm not sure what I've got to.
Well, I've been to the truck stop before and seen a friggin' boa constrictor up in the dash moving around or laying up there getting sun. I'm like, fuck that.
So that reminds me of an ex-girlfriend.
So the Indian guys take their goats?
No, we do. The goats have to stay at home, my friend. They have to stay at home because they have to be kept. They have to be. They have to be grass fed.
They don't get on the schedule. They don't get on the schedule well.
They don't.
Now,
they
Bill,
do what they want.
all the cartoons I see when I was a kid, the goats were eating tin cans.
That's right. They don't need grass.
I got this memory. I one. You know how you got those little teeny memories from when you were really little, and there's like scattered. And one of mine is being taken to the zoo on a kindergarten field trip. And this thing came up and ate the name tag off of my shirt because it was a piece of like construction paper pinned on, and he ate that thing off, and I was traumatized for weeks as a result of that.
And every time the teacher sent his grades home pinned to his shirt to give to his mom, it traumatized him.
Oh, I was so bad as a kid. They had to mail my grades home because there was no way I was gonna like willfully show. Why would I mean that's stupid? Why would I just walk right into that kind of trouble?
An F, if you make the lines real long, looks like an A.
Yes, it's like somebody knew when they decided to use F.
Yes, that's easy to turn into an A.
I think it's a prettier looking letter too.
Oh
is
boy,
true.
oh boy.
Ooh. Oh,
So
we've
we
been
did our
sitting here.
request, and anybody else out there, if you want us to talk about anything, I mean, throw it out there. I mean, some of the funniest stuff is just our lives because we're a little on the back.
We've been so many places over the years
Yeah.
and seen so much weird shit, and
I mean, this all started off because we were making fun of Billy because he had this nerd thing about talking about
Linux.
computers and non-source and source and
Non-source.
the government's
really?
coming after us.
Non-source.
Hey, that's good. Some good King's English there. Don't be messing with my King's English.
So
now.
what Dave was terribly pointing at was my
And
involvement
terribly good at doing
in the open source software community. I mean, I got
open source. I
yeah,
keep
open
offering him my
source.
damn Band-Aid.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. One of the stated goals of our podcast is to use as much open source software as absolutely possible. And to that end, the only thing I'm using here that's not open source is Google Chrome, just so I can go and keep an eye on the YouTube
Dave.
page. Gotta keep an eye on Dave. Gotta keep an eye on Dave. The minute you take your eye off that freaking dude, he's gone. Gone, and he can't tell you where he's at.
Or yet, I don't know. Hit that. No, don't hit that.
I worked when I was 17. I had a job in a nursing home, and because I was male and kind of big, they decided I'd be one of the guys that would take the food up to the third and fourth floor.
Why? Because you were the strongest to carry it up the steps?
Well, because
Or
everybody
the
else was
third and
women,
fourth?
and they were all scared.
Okay,
Because this is where they put the ones that were a little bit left of center, if you know what I mean.
Hey, Steve, what floor are you on? You're on the third floor right now.
Well, what he's not telling you is he's not wearing any pants, and he does that 3 more times, and he ends up on the 4th floor. Yes, I called you out.
Dave's the one that said he didn't have no pants on. He had shorts or something.
I got shorts on.
Now, them ones on the
My
4th
sleeping
floor,
shorts.
they would grab you. Because I don't know if they thought you were somebody else.
Where would they grab you, Bill?
Whatever they could get a hold of. So you had to make sure you knew
So
where
you
they were at.
made sure you wasn't excited you got up
You
there.
had
huh?
to be. You know how the cops kind of keep their left side towards you like this? That way you ain't grabbing hold of nothing that you shouldn't have. That's kind of what you had to do.
Why am I thinking One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest right now?
The real big Indian looking at him. Yeah.
Oh,
Rip the
man,
thing
oh, man,
out.
oh, man.
Are you supposed to be here? No, I can leave anytime I want.
Excellent.
Bill's told his wife that for years. She's shaking her
She's
head.
like,
No, you can't.
yeah.
No, you can't.
Oh, Lord.
So,
Well, according
all right,
to
fellas.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should call her a quits. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Trying to enjoy
Seems
the
like
rest
it.
of the day here, see what's left of it.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and...
Salute the flag.
Yeah, we've been live for an hour and 8 minutes. What do you want? You know,
There you go.
I'll just reiterate. Anybody that wants to get a hold of us, just participate in the chat or email at 3ftpodcast.org. We're on all of the socials.
Yep. Like and subscribe all of them, and
Yeah, subscribe. You'll get a if you're on any of these, the YouTube, the Facebook. There's a Telegram group. There's a Discord channel. Discord's kind of cool.
My grandson
source.
loves it. He's the only one that
Discord is not open source. The only one.
He's a Discord guy. He loves communicating. That's his social network.
Yeah, Discord was originally made for gamers, but a lot of people have started using it in the podcast community for their method of communicating. I'm struggling right now to think of a single one of these that's open source, and I don't think any of them are. The ones that are open source out there are platforms like Matrix and Mastodon, and they're a little bit fumbly to use, so I wouldn't even.
You're looking at porn, Steve.
No, I was looking at Discord right there.
Yeah, none of them are open source. Open source for anybody that's interested, and I invite you to come over and look at my other podcast that I'm on. It's called the Mintcast. We stream. It
makes your breath smell good.
Hey, that's a $3 plug. We just made
$3 plug.
Yeah, that's $3 worth of free advice.
Yeah. What was that message? Talk closer to the mic.
No, my other podcast is really geeky. It's for people that are interested in computers and more specifically Linux. That firmly places me in a niche sort of place in life as a truck driver into things like that. I'm a bit of a singularity, and good news is I'm used to that. I put the gun away.
What was that, Dave? Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, there you go. That's
hey,
nothing new to me.
Every good story starts with, "Hey, y'all, watch this."
That's the famous last words of somebody.
Well, that's true. Or hold my beer.
But yeah, no, I mean, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tell your friends about us, for crying out loud. We really enjoy doing this. We're going to do it every other Sunday. We really, really, really want crowd participation. We want you to give us stuff to talk about. Not that we can't think of stuff to talk about, but we'd like to.
And let us know how you found out about us.
Yeah,
hey,
guys,
that
too.
Hey guys, and on a serious note, I'm going to give a little preaching here, but some good advice. Take care of people in our lives. Some people are not quite as fortunate as some of us, and it's always good to take a moment out of your life and appreciate and let somebody else know it, because there's a lot of people out there struggling every day, and we have fun with it, and we make fun of a lot of things, but truly we do all care about everybody out there. And just remember, your life may be somebody else's Bible, is how they see the world. So look at it that way. So you show that you can love and care with somebody, and they will all love and care with you. And that's always a positive.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
I'd like to keep it.
Well, on that note, let's go ahead and end this here. It was good to see y'all. We had a lot of fun. We'll see you in 2 weeks when we come back for episode 5. Until which time, I've been Bill.
And I'm peacing out, Dave.
And I'm Steve.